been thinking about 2025. It's just gonna be super duper bad. So here's what I wanna do for 2025. Well, good morning, Happy New Year. Welcome back to massive large family meals of the week, breakfast, lunches, dinners, snacks, all these things. Household of 10, sometimes 15, sometimes we host a party for 30. It's 2025 and we are doing all the things. And I have been heating through some meat I had left over because 'tis the season. We had big New Year's birthday yesterday and we ended up eating a 10 of us at Texas Roadhouse. I had part of a ribeye left. Then last night I had dinner out with a group of friends and I had a little bit of chicken left. So I have taken the little bit of chicken and what was left of that ribeye. I tell you, Texas Roadhouse, they must like smash those ribeyes down to nothing with, I don't know, I'm picturing a grill press because it was a big thick ribeye and it ain't no big thick ribeye anymore. Anyway, I'll turn my heat down. So I threw some bacon grease in there because I'm all about getting my healthy fats in with my proteins. And I'm going to whisk up these 4 eggs. I might even do 6. This won't be just one meal for me. I also had my celery and my little mashed avocado to start. Anywho, I'm just doing some mama meal prep over here. I guess I'm gonna mix these eggs over here. I got a lot going on. Got a lot going on all these counters. And we are getting outside for some walking and some running. It is January 2nd today and the sun is shining. And I got my fastest 5K time for 2024 way to bring in the new year and end 2024. When I started running, late 23, like November 2023, started doing big group Ks. December 23, I did like a dozen 5Ks. 2024, the year we just finished, and my last one, so beginning of 24, my 5K time was like 42 to 47 minutes. End of 2024, my 5K time was 32 minutes and 27 seconds. I came in 14th out of 47 women in my age group. And I came in 198th out of 410 runners, like solid in the middle. Way to go, Mom. So I'm all pumped up to start a brand new running year. So let me grab my eggs. Lots of things happening today. I guess today I'm considering it a pulling life together day. How all the moms feel around holiday time, right? We have a birthday the week before Christmas and we do big birthdays, okay? Everybody feels their birthday in their souls, even if it's near Christmas. So birthday the week before Christmas, birthday the week after Christmas. We just had yesterday's birthday the week after Christmas on New Year's Day. And of course, New Year's Eve, we did our glow run and I had 2 of my folks run that with me as well. And all of, let's see, that's a whisk, good. I almost grabbed an arm for my mixer earlier, so I was making sure I had a whisk. Anyway, so it has just been one thing after another for 3 weeks now. But again, that's just normal mom life, right? And I had 1 sick kiddo this week. I think they're feeling much better today, which is good. And exhale. So my priorities for today is getting a bunch of walking, getting a bunch of running. One of my folks has pictures being taken this afternoon, so that'll be our big afternoon activity. Boy, that looks like I could maybe put 2 more eggs in there. I did 6. I'm gauging that I'm doing, this is either, you know, half of my breakfast for today, half my breakfast for tomorrow, or I'll eat the other half of this later today. And I'm going away here this weekend, I'll be gone a full day. It's like I leave late Friday evening and I'll be back Sunday morning-ish, so it'll only be 1 full day. 3 other adults in my household while I'm gone with my 6 minor children. So everyone's check, double check, but I want to do big batch spaghetti tomorrow. And I was thinking that we will prep sourdough because I can do it in big batches. Hello, Hobart mixer that's waiting to fulfill its destiny. And even if I let it do its long ferment, I have teens that if I do it Friday, Saturday, we're doing our sourdough planning. Let it sit out to ferment overnight Friday. Saturday morning, I can have teens probably just cover each bowl with plastic wrap and put it in the fridge, and it can just sit there in suspended motion until I can deal with it again on Monday. But that way, it's almost halfway done, you know, in the sourdough chain of events, so that's good. And yeah, just planning and prepping and thinking New Year's thoughts and all of those good things. Okay, nope, this is becoming an omelet scramble. Oh my goodness, I have my heat on high. I'm just breaking all the rules. Well, hello, happy evening. Let me tell you one thing for sure. I haven't got any running or any big walking in today, but hey, look, I meal prepped. Before we, hold on here, I'm like seeing water and getting distracted. Before we left for the afternoon photography for a teen, I threw some sweet potatoes. These were actually on high. I did it about 3 hours ago, right before we left, and thankfully, these are ready, so I'm going to quickly have some of the eggs and different protein meat fragments that I scrambled together this morning, and then a sweet potato on the side. And then I think I'll be able to get outside and do some evening walking and running and all those good things. Also, I am the proud owner of the world's biggest sweet potato. So this is from a friend's garden. They harvested it. They gave this one to me. I mean, it's mammoth. And so maybe when these sweet potatoes are done, we'll put the giant one in here. I think it might fit in here. Hi there. So Mom's heading to a farm show and this is making dinner. Logan's. Yay. So I'm at the farm show. It's a madhouse. There's tons of people, but it looks like a lot of fun. Thank you. Okay, my favorite in life, beef cuts. Where's the ribeye? There we go.
maple syrup.
So here's something interesting, pork and alligator. Okay, awesome, thank you.
You're welcome. There's coupons here that you can.
What is this? Spreadable bacon. Okay, emergency bacon jam kit. Okay, I'm heading towards the giant butter sculpture, and this year it's a cow. It said 1,000 pounds of butter over 14 days. This farm show was a lot of fun. I have heard of this Pennsylvania farm show that happens annually. I've always wanted to go to it, and when I had the opportunity to go for this, I don't know, was I gone 36 hours? Not sure. It was so much fun. Now this is actually a free event, so I don't know in the future if I will load up all my folks to come and experience this. But you know what it felt like? It felt like a fair in the winter that was indoors, in the biggest convention center I have ever been in. It was so fun and so amazing. So it is something that futuristically I could see planning for a fun weekend getaway and take my folks to this. They have all-day events. I think it's like a 7-day thing, and I went Saturday. Also, the following day on Sunday, they had a cowboy church. They had many equestrian events. I went to my very first rodeo ever. So what we're seeing here is they have these cows in labor. This cow that we're seeing just calved, and they've removed her calf, and that is afterbirth. And then here in the other pen, this is her calf that was born, they said, about 2 hours ago. You know, I've been to a lot of horse events, but I've never actually been to a rodeo. This was a youth rodeo, and it was lots of fun, and I got to see several of the riders do their 8 seconds. That was great, and my goodness, I couldn't even make it out of the gate. So big round of applause for those who might have only, quote, made it a second or two. I mean, that's a wow. I said to my friends, I was like, I hope they have a chiropractor and Epsom salt baths on tap, all right? And watching those girls ride, oh my. It was also fun to see all the different pigs. Now, you know, the one place I didn't get to go to, again, so deep and so wide, I didn't get to go see the chickens, but I saw the pigs, I saw sheep, I saw goats, I saw lots of cows, even like their parlor room, I guess you could say, where they wash the cows. These people are, you know, 4-H, FFA, farming, show people, fair people, high level. They know exactly what they're doing. Okay, I'm back. I'm going for a turkey leg and a farm show burger, and I guess I'll just pull the bun off or ask for one without the bun. The food, all the fair food was there. So that's why I was like, okay, what can I eat? I've got my little list in life. I went for one of those turkey legs, and also I got one of their farm burgers, and I took the bun off. So that was an adventure as well. But I got my protein in, and I didn't eat the fair food, which is just something, you know, taking care of me, myself, and I, trying to do what I can. But man, deep fried Oreos. Just let me read the signs. Let me smell the smells. They had donuts made out of potatoes. What is that? Alrighty, farm show to Hershey Chocolate World. Okay, well, they knew I was coming. The farm show was so wonderful and entertaining. Like I said, I got to see my first rodeo. Yeehaw! So many fun things to see while I was there. I ended up leaving in the afternoon with another group, and look at this. I went to Hershey Park. So many times I've wanted to go to Hershey Park. I've wanted to take my family there. Now, I'm saying Hershey Park. We went to do the tour and see the chocolate things. This was the free tour. There were opportunities where you could like ride trolleys and get tickets and see more chocolate being made and do those type of things. We ended up spending 2 hours there and going through that free, like, it reminded me of a Disney roller coaster, you know, at Magic Kingdom. And I'm saying roller coaster, but at Magic Kingdom, I know you can get on these rides, and it's kind of like a whole family thing, and it's slow and it's educational. And so we did that. We learned about the chocolate making process, and all of this was $0.00. Now, I had some friends with me, and they did like the Hershey milkshake and some of the chocolate things. I had some 85% dark chocolate before I went in. I went, of course, to visit one of my leaders in life, which is Reese Cups, haha. And I smelled the Reese Cups, and I stood with the Reese Cups, and I took pictures with them. But I didn't actually eat anything while I was there. That's just part of my no fun in life, haha. But I still got to go, still got to do the tour, still got to see the things. I got my folks at home one of those 5-pound Hershey bars, okay? They're now at home like cutting pieces off with a knife, and it's a little chunk here and there. I don't know how long it's going to take them to go through the 5-pound bar, but I guess we're going to find out. Well, now here's something. It's a giant, quote, gingerbread house made out of Hershey candy. They got lots of, I see Twix on there, gum drops, lots of Hershey Kisses. I was also able to experience my first bed and breakfast situation. What in the world? Where I went to the little fancy dining room in the morning with like 7 or 8 other guests, and they cooked sausage and eggs for me. I mean, what is this? It kind of reminded me of the movie Groundhog Day. That was just where I've seen bed and breakfast in the movies, but this was a beautiful, oh, what is my history? It had a slate roof. It was set to be torn down. I want to say it's an 1800s building at least. It was beautiful, it was fun, and I got to have that experience. And then on Sunday, before I headed back home a couple states away, in the morning I did a hike around. It's like I'll say it's like a nature preserve, but I believe it used to be an old boatyard. I'm going to insert all wrong terminology here, but what I loved about it is the whole path ended up being 3.10 miles. So hey, you can walk or run a 5K at this nature center. They also have an actual educational nature center there, and I know that if I lived in this area, me and my children would be there so often. These places are gold mines in learning and nature experiences. So got my miles in that morning. Alrighty, Mama is back from outer space, back in action, and we have some sickies. So I'm going to do some chicken, and we will also turn that into some homemade chicken soup and some broth and all the things. Also priorities, while looking at my old concrete floor, got on some running clothes. We are gonna get a run in before the storm that's coming. Alrighty, since I'm going to also get a chicken soup out of this, I just thought, you know what? We could have some lemon chicken soup. I know I have some recipes for some lemon chicken and rice and some different variations, and I had these lemons that needed to be used, so let's just throw them all in. I'm gonna set the chickens on top and get this baking and get a running. And because I am who I am, I also just dumped 2 bags of radishes in here for some more olive oil. These are I washed them, let's see. Okay, yeah, so we did 2 pounds of radishes. We also have our world's most giant sweet potato here judging us, but tomorrow we're gonna get that. I think I can fit it in my 10-quart slow cooker. I think tomorrow is its day. Now we'll run, but it's dark, snow's a-coming, and I just know I won't be able, I'm supposed to get 8 inches to a foot. Hello, Virginia. That's wild. I mean, it's been years since we've gotten that kind of snow, if it happens, but I think it is. So I'm planning accordingly between tonight and tomorrow. I'm just figuring tomorrow I won't get a run in, plus I won't be able to get out to the gym to do an indoor run, and I don't need to run every day, but my goal is to always hit 3 to 4. So if I run tonight, it's Sunday. That's actually my 4th run for the last week. Tomorrow, Monday, won't run. Tuesday, questionable on getting out, probably can, but I'm planning honestly to start my new week runs Wednesday. I'll do push-ups and walking between Monday and Tuesday. I'll probably run Wednesday, Thursday, take Friday off. I have a race Saturday, and I might run again Sunday for this next week. But anyway, let's get out in the dark and run now. Well, good morning, good morning. I think we've got several inches out here. I mean, this is just a big deal. It's been a while for us for anything like this. So it's still coming down. Nice big pile. Over there, our little playland is covered. Alrighty, so before we get outside of the snow, I'm doing some sheet pan bacon. I'm gonna do some bacon grease eggs. Someone's got cilantro out for some kind of adventures, not sure. But anyway, we're gonna have some protein for breakfast and get out in the snow for a bit. Alrighty, it is snow time. I asked my neighbor who they use to plow their snow. I think we've got about 8 inches, and we've got more starting in a few hours. She told me a local gas station that came. So I called them, and they drove on up here and did a pretty decent plow for me. A better than nothing plow. I certainly could not have done this by myself. And it was $45. So we will take it. I gave them a 50. I said, thank you. Please come back when it snows again. You can see the depth, and I said, come on back, we'll do it again tomorrow whenever you can get to us. So also my Columbia boots I got for $10 whole. They're waterproof. I didn't know if I'd have an opportunity to wear them, and look at that, we're just doing it. Alrighty, so we made it outside for a little bit. You know, the younger ones in the bunch, they weren't too impressed. And I was saying, I think this is the most snow you've ever seen in your whole entire life. And a few minutes, and that was it. So we went through the customary bundling up of all the layers. I said, just lay the layers on this end of the table. We'll put our shoes out. We have a towel. We did the thing. And it's totally fine that it was one and done. That's okay. And happy snow day as everything continues. I know you won't believe this, and listen. We're gonna try to not get too excited here, okay? I am feeding my sourdough, right? How many times have I fed my sourdough and then put it back in the refrigerator over this past almost 18 months or so? Quite a bit, okay? But last winter, I got some sourdough baking done, and we all know sourdough summer was a pretty great thing, and I only got to really bake sourdough for half the summer, but we did a lot. And that's what I've been thinking about 2025. I know so many of you have messaged me and given me well wishes that you just wish and bless and hope and pray that 2025 is a phenomenal year for me. And I mean, I sure hope it is. But I'm also looking realistic at 2025, and there are some parts of 2025 that are going to majorly stink. And it's just gonna be super duper bad, okay? But that's okay because it's part of the journey. So here's what I wanna do for 2025. I wanna get back to cooking. You know, I took the holidays off because I was having all the feelings. We were doing pretty good this summer with our Use It Up pantry and freezer challenge. Pretty okay in September and October. November hit, and I was just like, yeah, this ain't gonna work. So November and December were, I don't want to say chill out months because I definitely didn't get to chill out. But the cooking part of my brain, you know, we were back to living off the Great Value pizzas, and that was okay. So for January 2025, while we can and when we can, okay, we're gonna start, we're doing this. We are gonna make 2 different kinds of homegrown chicken soup this afternoon. Yes, we are. And we're gonna feed the sourdough. And I'm proud of us. And we have, okay, our world's biggest sweet potato that some friends of mine grew in their garden. We're gonna cook this thing. I'm soaking my 10-quart slow cooker. I don't know if this can really fit in there. But I mean, I'd like to try to cook it whole, just low and slow for a while. We'll see how that goes. And we're doing some things. And what I want to do is get cooking ahead and prepping because, again, realistically in 2025, I know some things that are coming for me, and there's probably some other things I don't know. And I just know by how my body has responded at different parts of this journey, sometimes Mama just can't do another thing. Like I best either go walk for 3 hours, I best go for a run, or I best sit down and put my feet up and read a fictional book about nothing that is my life, okay? So these are some realities. So I am gonna pour some of this hooch off of the sourdough, and we're going to feed it. And I'm gonna see it again tomorrow. I'm gonna leave it out. And tomorrow, I hope that we are doing many great things with it. And I know this is a lot of starter, and it has been dormant. I'm going to probably give it 3 cups of flour, 3 cups of water, give it a big stir, see it, and I'm gonna leave it out now. See it again tomorrow. It may not need to be fed quite this much, but you know, I've done anywhere from 1 to 3 cups as I've been going. So we're gonna give it a go. My big sweet potato is sitting in my big colander over here in this sink, and it is liking it. But, I mean, we're doing it. And I'm getting the soup ready because, again, I am not sick, but there are some sickies in this house. And again, snow days, it just seems like soup is a thing. So I'm gonna do one where we're gonna use, well, I'm gonna use one of the chicken carcasses. We're gonna get that boiling. There's still a decent amount of chicken. I will probably pick off a little bit just as an option for those who just want some chicken. And then we're gonna get a carcass boiling in here, carcass boiling in there. I think in this pot, I'm going to chop up the potatoes that we cooked last night. So that soup will have chicken, it'll have potatoes, it'll have celery. I'll probably put like some corn and carrots and such in there too. There were some different onions that I roasted last night with the chickens, and I'll drop some of those in that pot. Then the other pot that I'm going to do, I want to put cabbage in it because I like cabbage. Now, not everybody in my house though is a super cabbage fan. Like, they're not going to enjoy a chicken and cabbage soup. And that's okay. That's what happens when you have 57 people, haha. But anyway, I like it, and I have a cabbage I need to use up. And I was actually going to make some egg roll in a bowl this week with it and try to, you know, make it ahead and freeze it. But I think instead, well, now wait. When I say that out loud, I'm like, wouldn't I rather do that? We'll see. Let's get cooking, and we'll let things talk to us a little bit this afternoon. Well, I got dishes over here that did not find their proper homes. I like to set my sourdough over there. Like everybody in the universe, we are recovering from the birthdays and the holidays and all the things and trying to get life back together. And when you got a couple sickies going on too, just takes a few more days. I figure probably by Wednesday this week, we should be back to full and pretty decent routines. Let's see, I don't need to wash that. I'll just rinse this. Excuse me. And today is only Monday, so it can be a half snow day, half sick day. Pretty good. I see that Mom needs to wipe over here. We are going to take Christmas decorations down too. It's just not going to be today. That's another goal, I feel like. By end of the week, if they can be down, and as long as I have these lights here on the hood, I still want them lit up. I mean, we're not going to have lights and not use them because we're not going to see them for almost another year. I am going to put a towel over the sourdough. And we're just gonna start tomorrow by prepping the artisan loaves, and I'm gonna use my new mixer Hope, and that will be good. Okay, but we are gonna start working on this chicken now. Okay, I had some folks wipe this counter, but I can tell we need a mom level to do it. So, since we have the carcass and these are good carcasses, I'm just going to I gotta get it out though. Look, we have all of that good broth in there already. And the radishes. Okay. Just going to, and there's onions in there, some bay leaves. Really not, I mean, there's still a good bit of meat on there, but okay, that one. And what else? We got a poor little chicken wing there, some more onions. Like I say, more of these vegetables I'll put in later. I just don't want to boil the potatoes to a pulp, you know. I am going to peel off some of this chicken meat. And I might, in this pot that I'm going to put some potatoes into, I might do a small bit of noodles. But then again, I might not. We will cook and see what we want to do. I just don't want to take the time to totally pick down these carcasses. I'd much rather just let these get boiling. Bring them to a boil and then let them simmer for probably 2 or 3 hours. So we got this going. I did just put a generous amount of Redmond's salt in there as well. And of course, nothing's simmering yet. So we've got, oh, I don't know if I can grab it. Yeah, the chicken carcass in there. And a mom hand is always pure and holy. So there we go. We're going to bring that to a boil. And then I have some beautiful copper pots. And they're not mega mama size. So I have to be doing something smaller to use them, but they are beautiful. And my poor little lid, looks like it did get bent at some point though. That is sad. Anyway, this looks actually pretty good. So I'm going to get my other chicken carcass going in this one. Back when I was saying about 2025, I just want to, because it's good to have a goal, right? Just want to get as ahead of meals as I can. It's a nice goal, right? I feel like I have some days coming up in January. It could last all winter, where I have a couple days every week out of 7 days where I could have some projects going on. I'm hopeful. It really, my energy, my emotions, all of it, go into all of this. So right now, while I'm feeling okay, feeling whatever it is that I'm feeling, I feel like let's get some cooking going. So this soup is just an option for this week, since we already are in a new week. And then, like I said, tomorrow, if the sourdough prep moves forward, I just might have some hope. I decided to leave the vegetables in there for right now. And we'll just work on cooking these carcasses and such. Let them like it. And I do have some copper cleaner where we can freshen that up later, but we're at least gonna cook in it and actually use it right now. So look at us, we're meal prepping. And as I look at our giant sweet potato and this 10-quart slow cooker, this does not look big enough. So what I probably need to do is clear the veggies out of here, wash this, and then do the just roast that sweet potato in here in the oven. I think that might be best. And again, whatever someone was using cilantro for, we will put that back up here. And we've got the sourdough out. We have 2 farm-raised chickens in pots on the stove. So, all right, yay. And while I have some quiet kitchen experiment time, I think I'm going to go ahead and get this potato going, because I worry if I don't that it won't happen. So we will get this washed again. And I'm going to put all my veggies that are in here in one of these pans that haven't been put away. So that's great. It just serves its purpose in life. And I'm obviously not getting a run in today, even though my driveway is kind of plowed and I have a 4-wheel drive, and I did have an adult who made it out today to get themselves to work, and that's all good. Most things in our area are closed today. So I'm not even gonna worry about like getting to the gym and getting the kids in the kids program and going for a run. And I think tomorrow we will have enough going on at home. You know, I'm a really good spring, summer, fall parent. In the winter, after the holidays, I'm okay. I'm an okay-ish parent, but I really thrive pretty well when we can get outside for hours a day. But when we can't get outside for hours a day, I just get a little squirrely. It's more work for my brain, and I am doing a few things right now. Like today, so I took some time for January and February, and I planned a big weekly field trip every week to different, like, couple-hour away destinations. It was like 1 day a week, we need to get out and go and do these things. And we have other activities and events and 4-H and groups and church and horseback riding lessons. Like, we got stuff. But being outside as much as possible is as good for them as it is for me. So we're gonna make, step 1, we're gonna make it through the winter. Step 2, we're gonna start prepping and cooking for when there's extra hard grown-up stuff weeks that mom has to deal with. And again, I am not above ordering Great Value pizza and having it delivered to the door when I need to, but I do have 9 to 10 to 15 people to feed several meals a day. That's why I started sharing all this on the internet over a decade ago. It's real and authentic. So even with this soup, you know, whatever's left, I can freeze and we can have it on another day when we need it. And I have proven when life truly blows up in unimaginable ways, there is a freezer full of food, even if I can't get out of the chair, or if I have to run like the wind outside. We can set things out, I can give directions, and it works. So, okay. And we did the lemon, and I like some lemon in some chicken soup. I have some good lemon and chicken and rice recipes and things. Okay. I don't mind the vegetableness that's on the sides of this pot. That's fine. I am going to throw some avocado oil in here, and we will probably stack this sweet potato a time or two. All right. Wow. That just made it. Alrighty. So I don't remember how much this sweet potato weighs. It's probably a thing where like I should stand on the scale with it and then without it. I think my friends told me I need to ask again. They obviously have no problems gardening and growing sweet potatoes and doing all the things. And I've never grown or cooked 150-pound sweet potato, haha. But I'm thinking it might need poked a little bit. Okay, I have no idea how long this will take. I'm just gonna put it in the oven and probably set the timer for 2 hours. I think my microwave lets me do 99 minutes and 99 seconds or something like that. Well, however long, a little over an hour and a half, and then we'll give it a shot. Okay, and I do need to take my rack out again. I'm just throwing it up on 450. I mean, if I'm doing a chicken and potatoes in the oven, that's what I put it on. We're just gonna see how this works out. Okay. Now I will set my timer. I do need to put these vegetables up, but I've got a few other things I gotta go do for a few minutes. And we have this cabbage that's gonna go with that chicken. I think that'll be good. And in that one, I might put some cauliflower rice. And maybe I'll put some kind, you know, I don't know, white rice, brown rice, whatever rice I have. Maybe I'll put that in the other. But I need to also go check out my noodle situation, because they might truly like a chicken noodle soup, but it's going to have potatoes and vegetables. Looking nice. Okay, so both pots with the chicken carcasses are boiling. I just put them on low. I'm going to now turn off this big loud fan if you can hear me and go back to recording for my YouTuber Extraordinaire course. Oh yes, I am. And I'm going to not forget to put my veggies back in the fridge because this will be a little bit. Alrighty, it's smelling like a sweet potato in here. I have been working and the pots are still a-simmering. Actually right on time. There's less than 10 minutes left on my timer. So let's check our sweet potato. And you will be so happy to see Mom got a shower. Yay! And I'm gonna actually continue to film my course videos with my towel on my head because it's on brand, haha, but also it's how moms get work done. Okay, so it's been an hour and a half, but again, I smell it. Very sweet potato-ish. This thing is a beast. Yeah, we ain't. Oh, well, the sides are getting a little soft. Okay. Alrighty, so you see it's getting pretty soft there. Softer. I mean, this thing is what? Is it? See, it's pretty hard there. Whew, burning my hand with my heat. Okay, well, I'm just going to put the lid back on it, reset the timer. There is some liquid at the bottom. That was that chicken broth that was in there. And that's fine. We're just gonna put it back in. Oh, maybe I should turn the heat down a little bit. Again, I'm just kind of winging this. I don't want to really burn it. What do you think? 400? I'll set the timer for another 30 minutes and we'll check that. Here's our 1 pot of simmering soup. Probably gonna let this both simmer for another hour. There's that. You can see the onions coming to the top there. See, our sourdough's getting a little bubbly there. Things are getting serious now because I'm hungry. And so, I'm like, how many steps? Oh, somehow 3,700 being basically in the house all day. That's fine. I do plan to get my snow boots on and some layers in a little bit and walk up and down the driveway for as long as I can stand it. So, I'm hungry. I'm heating up some of the radishes that were in this last night. Also, I had 1 purple sweet potato left from a few sweet potatoes I did the other day, even though we're cooking the world's most giant sweet potato in my oven right now. And I'm going to grab some of this chicken meat, because again, a lot of times when you cook these carcasses, you're just cooking them down and getting like little scraps of meat. This had some big chunks of meat on it. And I want to eat some of those. I don't care if they've boiled slowly for a few hours now. And we're gonna need to pick these down here soon. So much better to do that beforehand, but also, oops, ouch, Jamrell, how'd you burn yourself? Okay, that's a timer. That's my sweet potato checker timer. And we'll do that while we're here. Watch, now that I'm heating up that sweet potato, this will be done, but that's okay. Sweet potato for days. Just want to steal a couple big chunks out here. My plan was to have this soup done for dinner, but that's okay. I will eat this every day this week until it's done. Okay. And I have done things so many different ways. I have picked down the chicken carcasses and then let them boil. I have boiled and then I have picked them down. I just go for whatever my brain wants to do at the time. It's kind of like bobbing for apples. I like that they include the chicken neck with this. Okay, there's a leg. Let me peel some meat off of it. That should be enough for me. And we'll deal with this here shortly. It's doing well. We're not forgetting to check the world's biggest sweet potato. This is doing well. And again, I need to, other people will want to eat this too. So, I like how I do busy mom. I'm locked in the kitchen right now, working. I've been working. I've been doing well. But since I have to deal with all this food, I have to eat so that I can deal with food and have stable blood sugar. There you go. I just took my blood sugar maybe an hour ago and I was 98. So I like to have battles with my continuous glucose monitor. And if you are new here, I'm not diabetic, but I have heavy inflammation. I'll have an updated video coming out on my weight loss journey on my second channel. Hopefully pretty soon. It might be out already, so check over there. If it is out, I will link it below. But basically about my 60-pound weight loss, how I got to that point, and what I'm doing now. And yes, I'm just putting those bones and little scraps back in there because I might eat this and then get busy on my coursework some more. People had come through here within the last hour and gotten apples and oranges and bananas, animal crackers and snacky things. So this will be a comment. So anyway, with my heavy inflammation, even with my 60-pound weight loss, which who knows what my numbers were before I lost all that weight and went from 210 down to 150. My inflammation was high this summer, and I have insane stress, like up to the roof, that I'm making it surviving through. But in addition to that, my fasting blood sugar was 120, which is not great. That is pre-diabetic, even with the weight loss. So as I'm able to cope with more and deal with more and process more, I'm just now learning more about how my unique body handles things. I'm working to reverse insulin resistance. I'm listening to, I've shared some of these names with you before, but for those of you who are interested, I'm listening to a lot of Glucose Goddess, Dr. Ben Binkman, Coach Mama Fox. I believe her name is Shannon Fox, but if you can go to coachmamafox.com. I'm learning a lot about eating, honoring our insulin levels, and nourishing our hormones, all of these things. So all of that to say, when it's time to eat, it's time to eat now. And I'm going to have radishes and I guess boiled chicken. I'll put some more salt on that. And a purple sweet potato towards the end. I'll put some kind of fat on it. And I'm eating my go-to. The Glucose Goddess talks a lot about this too. Priming the pump, starting your meals with a veggie. Coach Mama Fox calls it vegetizer. Let me go get my food from my microwave. So I ended up mangling the top of it just a little bit, but that sweet potato is cooked like 87% through. So I turned the heat off and I'm just letting it sit in the oven with the lid still on. And when I circle back to peeling down my chickens and making my chicken soup this evening, we will pull out that sweet potato for its grand finale. All right, so here's the inside scoop of, again, what I'm calling the world's largest sweet potato, although I need to set my lid down here so you can see where the skin came off, but it is really soft all throughout, and so I will probably just peel it down and put it in a large bowl, and then we will eat from it for a few days, I believe. Alrighty, so I had a special little helper at the end help me get all these vegetables in here so I wasn't filming, but we added in peas and green beans, just 2 cans of mixed vegetables, so that's where like the little itty bitty carrots and lima beans came from. I did go ahead and pick down both chickens, and I just did 1 pot of soup because I'm tired now. It's 8:27 p.m. All my inspiration from earlier today that told me I could make a second small stock pot full of some other chicken soup with cabbage and such, that inspiration is just out the window. But I still pulled off this stock pot full of soup. And I don't think I need anything else in it. I mean, I could add some noodles, I could add some rice. I would like to just keep it chicken and vegetables. And I'm heating this up again. I'm gonna bring this to a gentle boil. I would love to have a few more potatoes in here. We had like 4 little potatoes chopped up, but it also could be just fine like this. So what I would like to do here in a few minutes is get my snow boots on. And you know, I paid $45 to have my driveway plowed today. I was joking with a friend, I'd like to get my $45 worth and hoof it up and down this driveway for a little bit. I'm gonna let this situation finish and we'll go from there. And since mom's cooking and dinner time and filming and working and all the universes and vortexes don't line up perfectly, we ended up doing some of those chicken apple sausages that I had, and we had actually some that were defrosted. We did those in the air fryer and folks had those and fruit. And hey look, I meal prepped because now starting tomorrow we'll have a decent pot of chicken and vegetable soup. Soup pot is off. Nighttime layers are on. Yeah, I got 2 different neck situations going on. Gonna put the big floppy hat on. Of course, just thin penguin pajama pants, but that's okay. Let's go. Hoof it in the driveway. Alrighty, I'm back in now. Don't know, let's see if we can focus in on it, watch. Anyway, I don't think my camera's focusing, but we're just over 10,000 steps, so time to head to bed. Well, good morning. So we have some chocolate chip pancakes going down. Thank you, Walmart, like $4 a bag. I appreciate it. I'm also gonna slice up an apple, and this one in particular wants banana with it. We have more snow outside, if you can tell. We still have a few sickies going on, so there's some throat coat tea going, and that's my air fryer hollering at me. So let me get my tongs here. even though it is wild and cold, I did last night, I was still able to come in about 10,000 steps. And remember, here in the Shenandoah Valley of Virginia, we don't live in the Arctic. We don't deal with a lot of this winter weather, especially these last few years. I do remember, and I was reminiscing with a friend last night that I talked to on the phone with as I hoofed it up and down the driveway in those wonderful thrift store booths. I was remembering all the snowstorms we used to get back at the farmhouse. We would have storms with several feet of snow, multiple winters in a row. I remember when my now adult daughter was probably 3, and we had snow that was several feet, and she just walked out with along these paths we had cleared, and like the snow was above her head. So anyway, it's been a while. And so my backup plan for this week, again, just getting out and, you know, our road's safe. Today is another day where local schools are closed. Looks like it may be that way tomorrow. So I may not even get out and go to our gym that has the childcare so I can run and such inside. But, okay, because we got to get mama's movement in. Even if 2 different times during the day in my snow boots, I can hoof it up and down my driveway and still get at least 10,000 steps in, plus at least do my push-ups and things in the house. And I know several of you have let me know, you know, other exercises I could get in and other things I could do along with the push-ups. The thing is, I have worked with a personal trainer since last March. She helped me progress back to running after healing my shin splints. And I did have a season of probably 4 to 5 months where I went into her office twice a week, did strength training an hour each time, and that was very good. And I love being able to just go in with an expert and they just tell me what to do, and I'm just able to do that with my body. That's amazing. Along with all the other heavy things I have to handle in life, I started to realize, again, insert other big list of appointments here. That was 2 more hours a week of driving round trip. And some days I would see her in the morning, but then I would have to be back to our city in the afternoon by like 2 or 3 for another heavy appointment. So I pulled back from in-office meetings. She still helps me plan my runs and progress forward with my running goals. And what I'm trying to say is, she has done, we've got the nativity scene is dancing with some cans, right? If you hear the little bouncing in the background. She has planned detailed workouts for me to do from home multiple times. And we've both just come to realize, like, my cognitive ability, I have to be able to still do it, right? So in this season in life, I continue to lean in for what's most realistic for me and what my brain is actually able to do, and it feels gentle on me. It does no good in this season of life for anything else to feel like a stinking pressure. I'm already at the top of the meter of that. So what is gentle for me? What is an easy entry point? Well, even if there's 8 inches of snow outside and now starting to be some ice, I can put on my snow boots and walk up and down my driveway for an hour. Got it. I can listen to my audiobook or even hold my paper book that I'm reading and do that up and down the driveway. That is gentle on me. 3 to 4 other days a week, I'm able to put on my running shoes, and I know, and several of you have reminded me, Jay Morrell, new running shoes every 3 months with as many miles as I do. But yeah, my running shoes, I got them in July, and here we are January, so I'm sure I'm overdue. Whenever we get back out from the snow, maybe that'll be on my next going to the city to-do list. But I'm able, it is an easy ask for me to go out and run miles 3 to 4 times a week. So I lean into that. It's been an easy ask for me to do 10 push-ups throughout my day to get to 80 or 100 push-ups. So I go with that. I also have an exercise ball, I have a foam roller, I have a mat. And again, she has done detailed workouts for me. When I have to look at a list and set aside special time, these are all things that, like, even me just saying it makes my head feel fuzzy. So that's just my sign to myself, you know what? I don't have to do it that way right now. Getting in my big steps every day, getting my runs done, even running races, that's gentle on me. I'm able to do that, and it's not a big ask. And I'm just like, nervous system, whatever you need, you tell me. If you can go run a 4-mile race with 500 to 800 to 2,100 people, cool. And that feels gentle on you, I'm all about it. But yet you can't do a little checklist of these 10 workouts on your mat at home for 20 minutes, it's okay. It's okay. 2025 is gonna be all about gentleness and kindness to myself while handling and looking at, this is my little, like, this is my eyes, looking right in the eyes of evil things and just doing the thing with a calm nervous system, okay? There were so many times in 2024, so many, again, unimaginable horrid things I had to face and advocate for and use my words for and make phone calls for and come face to face with. And many times during all of that, my nervous system would be on fire up here. Not as bad as the August 23 and September 23, November 23 fire, but my 2024 nervous system was still, like, it's just not, it's cruel. The kind of stuff that I'm living through and dealing with is cruel. So 2025 is gonna be me still doing the thing, but keeping me, myself, and I peace and calm through it. How do we do that? We're figuring that out, but I know I can't lose what I have of my health. I know I have to do what I can to care for my one life and the girl who has my name, okay? So let's grab this meat and get walking, serve up some chocolate chip pancakes too. All right, here's this plate ready to go. Okay, yeah, haha, on the running hopes and dreams. That's just not going to happen. If I sound lispy, I've got those Lumino whitening strips on my teeth. Always trying to multitask, but anyway, yeah, no running is happening on that driveway of mine. So I'm going to switch out my old running shoes for my very nice and warm Goodwill boots. And I'm gonna hook it back and forth for at least an hour. That'll be good. I'll probably just enjoy the quiet time and also listen to an audiobook. I have my toddler hanging out with another adult in the house. And then most of my other kids, like I said, they are just down with some sickness, not feeling fantastic. And they are honestly watching through the Pirates of the Caribbean series right now. Everybody's got their own couch. And I figure local schools are down, closed for several days anyway. So we're not really using these as snow days. We're using them more as sick days, so. That is life, but I am so very thankful for these boots. I hiked in, it's just, they're Columbia waterproof. I just keep saying, like, good job, past J. Burrell. It's a college town, so these might have even been like a decent pair of college girl boots. But let's make up a story about the past owner of these boots. It was a college girl. She realized we didn't really have a lot of cold winters. She was decluttering and gave these to the thrift store. Anyway, they keep my feet warm, and we're at least gonna get an hour outside of hiking around.